the Celtics in a second. But first, check out this dunk by Russell Westbrook. He just won't be denied.
Come on, man, get off the ground, man. You can't be falling down like that, Duck.
How about he averaged, if you can't flop against Russell Westbrook,
Yes.
9 minutes a game as a freshman at UCLA. This guy, I think he's the best athlete in sports. You combine power, explosiveness, toughness, incredible speed. Ooh.
Here's Enes Kanter throwing down over Marcin Gortat and staring him down at the same time.
How's
the
that not a
flopping was
foul?
in last night.
That's not a flop.
He's dropping the shoulder on it?
Yeah, you think?
Yeah, he probably dropped the hammer on him on Twitter. He's really tough on Twitter. He got big muscles on Twitter.
And finally, Donovan Mitchell. Chris Carter, that's your dude, right?
Oh, come on, man.
He's with the crossover and the finish at the rim.
Everybody's dude. Are you claiming responsibility for discovering Donovan Mitchell?
Dude is following me on Twitter. No one been pumping him like me. I've been pumping him for
So you're
about...
basically Christopher Columbus saying you discovered America when it already
No, I didn't
That's
discover
aggressive.
America, but I do know a good rookie. I know Ben Simmons is not the rookie of the year. We're looking at him right here. That's why they won 11 straight games.
I actually think that's
in on
part,
him.
I think that's part of in or out. What are you
Perfect
doing?
setup.
What are you
We're now
doing?
going to in or out. Thank you, Chris
I saw
Carter.
the rundown.
The Celtics lost to the Clippers last night. Their fourth loss in 5 games, I should say that. Chris Carter, are you in or out on the Celtics still being strong contenders in the East?
The Celtics are a nice story, but as far as being in, they miss Gordon Hayward. I'm out.
Okay.
I got to be out. I'd like
You
to keep them in.
hesitated, yeah.
They are a good story. I believe that Kyrie's one of the best finishers, but their lack of post play and their lack of being able to score the basketball outside of Kyrie in critical times. I'm out.
It is weird. You're talking about post play. Who has post play in the NBA anymore?
But when the numbers say you're the second worst in the NBA, Doug, I got to bring it out. The numbers don't lie.
Okay.
Right, Dusty?
Fair enough. They'll get Marcus Smart back. I think. Look, they have 12 new players. This is going to be a team that has to find itself, find its rotation. I'm still in. I don't think they're favorites. The question was contenders.
Yes.
Are they contenders? Absolutely. They are going to make life miserable for somebody in the playoffs, even if they don't get to the NBA Finals.
Well, that keeps it interesting. I like that. Moving on now to the Wizards. Well, they beat the Knicks last night, improving to 7-2 since John Wall went down with that knee injury. Doug, you in or out on the Wizards? Actually, maybe even better without John Wall.
Out. It's nice. Substitute teachers are fun, right? Everybody gets to when recess is a little bit longer. Papers aren't graded nearly as difficult, but when the teacher comes back, they'll be better. I do think this is really good for John Wall because understanding, hey, man, ball gets a little sticky sometimes. I know you want to make plays for everybody else. I know you're a superstar athlete, and as you continue to evolve as a jump shooter, you're one of the best point guards in the game. I think this is actually good for both sides. It allows the rest of the players to gain confidence, something that sometimes they lack, and I think it allows John Wall to understand that the game can be played where he can just take a breath and let somebody else play. But they're a better team when you have a star point guard on your roster.
Yes, I do like the fact that you acknowledge this might help John Wall, but the overall reality, man, he's a star player. Probably the best point guard all around in the East, even better than Kyrie Irving. Let's not get carried away. They're in a good stretch. It's a team game.
Right.
The team is playing better, but John Wall needs to observe that, wow, maybe when I come back, some of these characteristics, I might be able to play like that to be able to help my team continue winning. So I'm out. I believe the Warriors are better with John Wall running the show.
Okay, both of y'all are out on that.
Yeah.
Okay, next up, Ben Simmons. He had a triple-double last night in the win against the Heat. The 6th triple-double this season. The only NBA rookie ever with more was Magic Johnson, who had 7 of them back in 1980. I think I know where you are on it, but let me ask you, Chris Carter, are you in or out on Ben Simmons being the Rookie of the Year?
I'm out just based on what the numbers say. And show me a highlight where he made a bucket outside of 6 feet. Now, that would be foreign. You'd have to look through a bunch of stuff to be able to see that. I believe Ben Simmons is going to change his shooting motion. I believe he's going to shoot with his left hand eventually. Right now, he's shooting right hand.
No, the other way around.
Yes, absolutely. So I believe that is a problem. Nothing wrong with Ben Simmons as a player, but I believe what Donovan Mitchell is doing in Utah, 11-game winning streak, like that, you got to give this guy a lot of credit. After they lost Gordon Hayward, that's the reason why they traded Rodney Hood. This guy is the future in Utah, and the future is right now.
Yeah, George Hill signs elsewhere, right? They bring in Ricky Rubio. Like,
Yes.
I'm with you on Donovan Mitchell. Kyle Kuzma. There's a couple other rookies in the league that you might want to look at. I think Ben Simmons is the better player. I think Ben Simmons having a better season. I just don't think he's Rookie of the Year because he's not actually a rookie. He was in the NBA last year. He got to train. Like, here's the
Travel.
crazy thing.
Technicality. I like
Yeah.
Well, he
that.
had an injury,
I like
but
that.
here's the crazy thing about Ben Simmons' inability to shoot. He had an entire year to work on his shooting. Right? Now, everything inside 15 feet, he shoots, those floaters all with his right hand. The jump shot is the only thing he does in life with his left hand. I'm with you. NBA people keep talking about, do you switch him around to shooting right-handed? That may take a lot of time in terms of game action.
Yes.
He's the better player. He is, to me, he was the most ready to play and the best one and done that we've had. Better even than Anthony Davis because he makes everybody better. But he's not a rookie. He's a first-year player, but he's not a rookie. A rookie just came out of college like Donovan.
Doug, I think you'll appreciate this. Man, they got their hands full teaching Markel Folk how to shoot. Now they're going to teach him how to shoot, too? That's hard to do.
Very good point, gentlemen. Moving on now to college basketball. Kentucky lost to Auburn last night, their 4th loss in a row. The Wildcats are now 17-9 this season. Doug, are you in or out on Kentucky still making it even to the tournament? I mean, that's a crazy question almost, right?
It is a crazy question. Remember, you go back, I think it's 2012 to 13. They didn't make it, and then they lost to, like, Robert Morris in the NIT the first round. This team's better than that team. Kevin Knox is probably the only true first-round pick on this roster. Still have to go to Florida. I'm still in on them making the tournament. I still think they showed some fight. They led this game with about 6-7 minutes to go before Auburn went on a run. That's a tough road game, whereas Auburn's the best team in the SEC. I still think they make it because of the West Virginia win, but it's going to be a lot closer than people ever would have thought going back a couple months ago.
Coach Cal coached me in high school. I've been down with Coach Cal no matter where he's been. And even all the conferences he's been through, I've been a Coach Cal guy. This is the first time in his career I've been out.
Did your banners go up in high school and they bring them down, or did they stay up in high school?
No, they come down too. But Coach Cal,
I'm kidding.
Where are my sunglasses?
I'm a Coach Cal guy, even though I took the SAT by myself, I actually took the test. That's another one of the stories.
Yeah.
But I'm out. I don't think they'll get in the tournament. This is probably
They're going to the NIT?
That's where they're going to end up. Like, this is a team, this is not one of the teams the Big Blue Nation will be having posters of. It's a bad recruiting class. It's hard to hold up where they've been from a recruiting standpoint.
And look, they missed on some recruits. They didn't have a true point guard. But more than anything, you just can't win with kids in college basketball. Everybody's got men, 22, 23-year-old men. It's hard to work with all kids.
For sure. Finally, John Gruden. He's reportedly met with running back Marshawn Lynch. But Gruden was non-committal as to whether or not Marshawn would be back with the team next year. Lynch is under contract for $4 million for next season. Chris Carter, you in or out on Marshawn Lynch still being able to have an impact on the NFL?
I'm in, but I got to put a disclaimer on it. It's got to be by committee. It's got to be a LeGarrette Blount, what he did for the Philadelphia Eagles. I need 2 or 3 committee. If he wants to be part of that, then I'm willing to have Marshawn in Oakland. I believe he brings a lot to the young guys on the field and off the field. Last year they had a couple of disputes on the field. Marshawn Lynch, one of the first guys there to be the peacemaker. So, unbeknownst to a lot of people, he is a leader.
I think he clean house. I do. I think, look, Marshawn was brought back, to keep the fans in Oakland happy. Obviously, he's a guy who represents the community well. John Gruden, though, is about business, and I don't think that his business is about putting people in the stands, about winning football games. Their running game wasn't what it should have been. Some of that was scheme, but I think he'll end up getting caught up in the wash.
All right, we're going to leave that there. We got much more coming up on First Things First. Come back. That's good points. I like it.
Man, they need a running game.